Administration says Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman High Office should shield him from lawsuits over his role in the killing of U.S.-based journalists, making a turnaround from Joe Biden's passionate campaign trail denunciation of the prince over the brutal slaying. This is interesting right here. Let's read some of this. Because how the hell, bruh? How the hell can you be known to have killed a United States journalist and our government, the United States government, says, you know what? Y'all can't sue him. He can't be prosecuted in no kind of way. Y'all leave him alone. Why? What the hell? So, like this is an example of being literally above the law right here. And then you have to ask yourself, why? Why them over others? Why this guy over other people? The United States will blow a whole damn country up, you know, for doing the same thing if it was someone else. Make sure I'm not missing no comments. Let me scratch my comment screen. Okay, go back. All right. The Biden administration says Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's high office should shield him from lawsuit over his role in the killing of U.S.-based journalists, making a turnaround from Joe Biden's passionate campaign trail denunciation of Prince over the brutal slaying. The administration spoke out in support of a claim of legal immunity from Prince Mohammed, Saudi Arabia de facto ruler, who also recently took the title of prime minister, against a suit brought to the fiancé of slain Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi, and by the rights group Khashoggi founded, Democracy for Arab around the world, Democracy for Arab World Now. Jamal died again today. Khashoggi's fiancée Hatis Cengiz tweeted after the U.S. filing late Thursday in her lawsuit. The U.S. government finding of immunity for the Prince Mohammed, sometimes known as MBS, is non-binding, and the judge will ultimately decide whether to grant immunity. But it angered rights activists and risked blowback from Democratic lawmakers. The U.S. move came as Saudi Arabia has stepped up imprisonment and other retaliation against peaceful critics at home and abroad, and has cut oil production, and a move seen as undercutting efforts by the U.S. and its allies to punish Russia for its war against Ukraine. This is another part of this that's so interesting, right? So apparently, you know, the U.S. is not very happy with Saudi Arabia because they want Saudi Arabia to line up with them on these, you know, giving Russia a hard time, basically. You know, the stuff with the pipeline, the stuff with the gas that Russia is fueling Europe with. But Saudi Arabia was like, nah, we not riding with y'all on this one. So, you know, and then that happened recently. So then now the U.S. is like, okay, so maybe they're trying to be nice to Saudi Arabia. Maybe that'll get Saudi Arabia to line up with them on this Russia thing. Is that what you think that they're trying to do? Let me read some more. The State Department on Thursday called the administration call to shield the Saudi crown prince from U.S. courts in Khashoggi's 2018 killing purely a legal determination. It cited what it called long-standing precedent. Y'all gonna make me vomit. Despite its recommendation to the court, the State Department said in its filing late Thursday that it takes no view on the merits of the present suit and reiterates its unequivocal condemnation of heinous murder of James Khashoggi. So how are you going to be on both sides of this? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me right now. It says, what did it say? Despite recommendation by the court, the State Department said it's filing like Thursday that it takes no view on the merits of the present suit. No view on the merits of it. So basically, you know, we don't care, or maybe it doesn't have merits, but we unequivocally condemn the heinous murder of Jamal Khashoggi. Okay, well, if you condemn the murder of Khashoggi, can you let his family get some retribution? Let me read some more. It says, Saudi officials killed Khashoggi at the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. They are believed to have dismembered him, although his remains have never been found. The U.S. intelligence community concluded Saudi Arabia's crown prince had approved the killing of the widely known and respected journalist, who had written critically of Prince Muhammad's harsh ways of silencing those who considered rivals or critics. Wow. So it's like, you write a story about me silencing my critics. So that makes you a critic. Now you have to be silenced. I'm going to send somebody to chop you up into pieces. It's a message. Don't talk about us. Let me read another comment. It says, the Biden administration statement Thursday noted visa restrictions and other penalties that it had meted out to lower-ranking Saudi officials in the death. Oh, you can't go to this country or that country as often as you want to, or this little time frame, or on this weekend or some shit. Like, talk about a slap on the wrist. That's not even a slap on the wrist. That's like a rubbing them with a feather. Why does the screen jump like this with these freaking ads? I hate it. Let me read some more. It says, from the earliest days of this administration, the United States government has expressed its grave concerns regarding Saudi agents' responsibility for Jamal Khashoggi's murder. The State Department said its statement did not mention the Crown Prince's own alleged role. Biden, as a Democratic president candidate, vowed to make a pariah out of Saudi's rulers over the 2018 killing. Of course he did. That's how you get freaking elected. And then after everyone forgets about it all, you go and do what the hell you was planning on doing, or whatever the hell. And people's not paying attention. Nobody's paying attention to this story right here. I bet you this ain't on nothing. You ain't going to see this anywhere, because they're not going to just keep covering this. Again, the people ain't going to care anyways. It's like the election is over. What are y'all talking about? Like, wait, hold on. When he was running for election, he said he was going to do this. Well, all politicians do that. Oh, my God. Y'all are so spineless. Let me read some more. I think it was a flat-out murder, Biden said in 2019 CNN town hall as a candidate, and I think we should have nailed it as that. I publicly said at the time we should treat it the way, and there should be consequences related to how we deal with those. That power. But that's not what you're doing now, buddy. Let me read some more. It says, but Biden, as president, has sought to ease tensions with the kingdom, including bumping fists with Prince Mohammed on a July trip to the kingdom, as the U.S. works to persuade Saudi Arabia to undo a series of cuts in oil production. And, I can't help but to think about Israel, too, because we were talking about Israel a lot last night. And it's like the relationship with the United States with Israel is strange. And the relationship with Saudi Arabia is strange. And they're very similar, too. So it's kind of like, as far as apartheid, as far as human rights violations, stuff like that, Saudi Arabia, Israel, they're very high on that list, and they get a pass. And the United States goes in and blows countries up for doing a fraction of the stuff that Israel and Saudi Arabia do all the time. But we're buddy with them, and it's like, okay, they go back to the weapons. Oh, you sell them weapons, or they sell us oil, or whatever. We have tech, the tech industry connection, or whatever. But see, where does the moral values come in? If that's what it is, it's like, okay, we're gonna give them a pass because they sell us oil or tech or something like that, or weapons, or we sell weapons to them. We make money off of it. So they're important partners. So hey, yeah, we can't say anything about the human rights abuses or apartheid or whatever the hell is going on over there. So, but I think it's more to it than that, though. There's a connection with the United States and Saudi Arabia and Israel more than that. And I think it has to do with the way that the United States moves, the way they treat people, the way they treat their own people. And when you want to talk about apartheid and human rights violations, it's the same. So it's like that bully, attitude. It's that I'm controlling, the totalitarian, the freaking screw the people. It's all about the oligarchy. And then it has to do with the Europeans too. It has to do with whiteness also, because you look at the guys in Saudi Arabia. Look how light-skinned those guys are. The kingdom of Saud, and it's just all their family and shit. So, but the thing is, even in their country, they have a lot of brown people. But these people tend to take up that lower status, that lower class. So there goes another connection. Let me read a little bit more. I'm going to move on. It says Khashoggi's fiance and Dawn sued the Crown Prince, has top aides and others in Washington federal court over their alleged role in Khashoggi's killing. Saudi Arabia says the prince had no direct role in the slaying. It's beyond ironic that President Bush has single-handedly assured MBS can escape accountability. It was President Biden who promised the American people he would do everything to hold him accountable, the head of Dawn, Sarah Leah Whitson, said in a statement using the prince's acronym. Biden in February 2021 had ruled out the U.S. government's imposing punishment on Prince Mohammed himself in the killing of Khashoggi, a resident of the Washington area. Biden speaking after he authorized release of classified versions of the intelligence community findings on Prince Mohammed's role in the killing, argued at the time there was no precedent for the U.S. to move against the leader of a strategic partner. There's no precedent for the U.S. to move against the leader of a strategic partner. Okay, so I guess that's the thing that's revealing right there. The leader of a strategic partner. Because them sending drone strikes to, extrajudicial killings to other, leaders of other countries is something that they've been doing for a while. Like, it's so foul too. Like, and then it's not accurate. They're going by the cell phones. They really be killing their family members and shit. They don't care though. It's all about that terror, right? So, but that's something to think about. What did he say? No precedent for the U.S. to move against the leader of a strategic partner. No precedent for the U.S. to move against the leader of a strategic partner. Because, like I say, man, they'll send drones and blow somebody up for the smallest, littlest thing. This guy killed a United States journalist. He gets a pass. He don't even get... not only does he not get no kind of like law enforcement, but there can't even be a civil against him. They're blocking that even. And they have all this evidence, video of the shit. Anyways, I'm going to move.
Continue.
Barbara, thank you. I represented Madison County in Congress for many years.